Have you ever wanted to have a tiny little model of something massive in Minecraft? Well, that's nice because that's actually what I'm showing you today. Thanks for clicking on the video. Ahem. Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's been a few years, but I have this one because of the popularity of a post I made on Reddit, and a lot of people were asking if I could make a tutorial on how to do this in Minecraft, like just how to do it in general, and it's a lot easier than you might think. So let's just get right into it. Alright, so in my Reddit post, I had a little bit of a map selection that looked like this. It right now looks incredibly boring, and there's nothing really interesting about it. However, through the magic of resource packs, I can make it look like this, and it's an entire map selection based on this resource pack, and so it basically displays the arenas, before you play them in the map selection. And if we go over here, you can see that I actually have all of these arenas made. So yeah, so what we're gonna do is pop onto this world, and we are going to try to make this thing that I built in Minecraft. It's supposed to be a candle, but I suck at building. So we're gonna put this candle into a resource pack and make it a mini candle that you can place wherever you want. The first thing you're gonna need is a structure block. These are super easy to work with. They're really fun, and they look something like this if you use the /give your player name or just @p Minecraft structure block. If you give it to yourself, it's going to look something like this, little plus sign, and if you right click it, it has an interface similar to a command block. So there's a few features on it: corner, data, save, and load. Data isn't really used as much with structure blocks, but we'll be using the two I guess features, corner and save. So basically, to get something like this, or a model, also, I would like to point out that, before we start, the restrictions to a structure block is that, it cannot be any, larger than 32 by 32 by 32 blocks. So that's the maximum that you can actually make a structure, so if you have something larger than that, it will likely cut some of it out. So yeah. So first thing you want to do is give yourself the structure block and place your structure block at one corner of your build. So what it does is, if I'm starting at this corner and going up to that corner somewhere up there to capture this entire model, this little point right here, that's what it measures. So it measures the top of this point and then the bottom of the opposite point on the other structure block. So you'll need 3 structure blocks total for this. If we go to corner, you can title your build whatever you want. So just like, I'm gonna call it candle. Ah, wow, spelling. And then you go up to your next corner, and so I'm gonna measure mine right at the corner of this black other corner. And then set block here. Oh, my just stopped working. So there we go. We've got another corner set. So if you look, the bottom of this corner is what it's going to be measuring, and it looks like that's pretty much above this block. So we should be good. Go to your other corner and make sure to type in the exact same thing. So just write candle. And done. So now we've got our 2 corners set up. This is the model that we're capturing. And the next step is to take another structure block, just put it like right next to this one where it's not inside the model. And go to the save feature. Here you'll also want to type candle. And then just click the little detect button. And what it'll do is draw a big white outline around your box with the three axes. Now this box is just everything that it's going to be capturing. And if it looks all right to you, then you're gonna click save. So here's where the tricky part comes in. In the description of this video, I'll be providing links to all of my resources, and also be providing a link to, or a download for my texture pack, resource pack, whatever, so that you can see how it works if you are having any issues. So you'll want to go to blockbench.net and download it for whatever version or OS your PC has. So you'll want to open Blockbench, and this is the first thing you'll see. You probably won't see an update is available, but whatever. So what you want to do is click so under the new category, there's all of these sections that you can choose, but just choose Java block/item, and it'll get this all ready for you. You can type in the file name if you want. I don't usually, because I just save it as a model and not as a Blockbench file, which you can save it as if you are not complete with your thing. You have to go somewhere or something. But so yeah, just click confirm, and your workstation will look something like this. If it doesn't, I mean, you can always toggle some other views and stuff, but right now we're just going to be working with this. So if you hold right click and drag your mouse, you'll get it will drag the entire screen around, and if you use the left click, it will use like directional dragging around the point that your mouse is at. And lastly, if you use your scroll wheel, you'll be able to zoom in and out. So those are the only things you really need to know about Blockbench before we start going into the actual modeling. What you'll want to do is click the little filter button up here and click plugins. What you'll want to do, you might have some installed. I don't think you have any installed to begin with, but you go to available and then scroll down until you see something called structure importer. So just click the little plus install, and it will disappear from available and check in installed. It should be in there. So there's structure importer. The next thing we want to do is go into our .minecraft folder, and if you don't know how to do that, press your Windows R key. Not sure how you do it on Mac, but you'll find it probably. So once you do that, just type in app data, and then go to roaming, and then .minecraft, and scroll down to versions. If we go to 1.15.2, you'll want to double click that, and then there's going to be a little jar file inside of that folder. So what you want to do is right click that jar file and extract that to its own folder. It shouldn't take that long, but this is so that you can get all of the textures in Minecraft for the model that you're making, because otherwise the plugin doesn't know how to import a structure, which is very stupid, but whatever. So then you'll end up with a little folder titled likely 1.15.2, and then drag that to the little .minecraft tab up here. Now if you look inside this folder, it should be at the top of your list or somewhere near the top, because it starts with a number. Double click it to open it, and you can delete everything from the top to the bottom if you really want, because it just takes up unnecessary space on your computer. And all we need is this assets folder right here. So once you are inside the assets folder, what you want to do is right click the word assets at the top and click copy address. So we'll minimize that now. And then go to File, Import, Structure File. So you'll be greeted with a few strange looking options possibly. So ignore the scale section unless you would like to amplify the size of it. Not really sure why you would change the scale, but just keep it at 16 probably. And then click choose file and you'll be greeted with just a folder. So what you want to do is, or a Windows Explorer tab. So what you want to do is go into your .minecraft folder, navigate to that, and then go into your saves folder, find the save for your world, and then go into generated, Minecraft, and then structures. And then you'll have likely just one single file called whatever you called it. In my case, it's candle. Just double click on that and you've got that set up. Don't check this box off. And for vanilla assets, don't click this browse button. What you want to do is actually click on the word enter and just triple click it, backspace, and then Control V, or Command V, whatever you are on, in order to copy the address of all of your Minecraft assets. So then click confirm, and now we have a candle inside of our thing. Yes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to move my candle. So if you want to move it to the center or move whatever you have to the center, just click move right up here, and then drag it to the center of your build. So you might have to like count these squares, but you can also tell by position on the axis. So once you have your model centered, all you have to do is go to, so there's two things you can do. You can either keep it this size, or you can go to the little display tab up here and click it. Then click the image of an armor stand and click the head. So it's gonna look a little bit strange, but what you can do is you can either make it really small, just like incredibly small, or you can make the model gigantic, but still very small, and just move it to the just like move it wherever you want it to be on your armor stand. For instance, I want it to be centered on the armor stand at the very bottom of it, so it's the same height as an armor stand. And then what you can do is go to File and Export. And so you can either export it as its own model, or you can go the really easy way and just export the entire resource pack. So title it whatever you want it, and just give it whatever description you want, and then click confirm. So what you'll want to do is navigate out of whatever folder you're currently in and get into the .minecraft folder, and then scroll down to resource packs, double click that, and then just type save. So you can minimize Blockbench now. You are completely done with that program. And so the next part is, it all depends on what version you're on, but you'll want to go back to your .minecraft folder, to resource packs, and then to the pack that you have. So right click the texture pack you've just created, go to 7-zip, and then extract to Candle, or whatever the name of your pack is. So I have it up here, so I can actually just delete this. And you want to go into the pack.mc meta file, double click that and open it, and it'll look something like this, and this little number is very important here, because it basically defines whatever version of Minecraft the resource pack is for. So the list is going to show up on the screen and change the number to whatever version of Minecraft it corresponds with. So I'm going to change it to 5 for version 1.15 and up. So here we go. You can click X out of that once you save it, and then go into Assets, Minecraft, Models, Block, and then Glass. So likely you'll want to change this to a block that is transparent. So for me, I would say choose one of the different options that shows up on the screen now and rename it to one of those options. You have so many options, and then you can also add underscore pane at the end of your at the end of any of those to add an extra 32 options. You can get into custom model data later, but that's probably for a future tutorial, or I'll just forget about it. So I'm gonna name mine Pink Stained Glass, and then minimize that tab. So once you're back in Minecraft, you want to go to Options, Resource Packs, scroll down, and choose your resource pack. So mine is Candela. So as you can see, not much has changed. Everything kind of still looks like Minecraft. But if I go to Pink Stained Glass, you'll see that looks a little bit funky, and there we go. We have our very miniature model of our massive structure right there. So here we have a tiny little candle. You can animate these too, but that's something for more experienced users, or again, another tutorial. So each block, actually in the block, is resized to 1/16 of a block. So this is 1/16 the size of that structure. And as you can see, you know, we can place them everywhere. We can place them on top of each other. And so yeah, we have that. The next thing you want to do, if you followed along with the armor stand, you can actually summon an armor stand with the whatever model on its head, and it will basically become whatever you chose it to look like on an armor stand's head. So if you come over to this website, you'll find that there's actually a, if you checkmark the enable equipment section, you'll get all of this. So I'm gonna type Pink Stained Glass in the helmet section and specify it as item name. Then you can just copy this command, go back to Minecraft, summon the armor stand, and do comma right before the last bracket, invisible 1D. And then we've got a massive tiny candle. And so, yeah, it was an interesting tutorial, but I hope you guys actually learned something or found this interesting. And as you can see, you can actually see through the glass. It's all Minecraft. So yeah, I found this really interesting and useful in my map, for map selection. A lot of people enjoyed that, actually. So yeah, that is my tutorial on how to do this kind of thing in Minecraft. So if you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, maybe something, I don't know. If you have any questions, subscribe, and I'll be leaving all the links and commands down in the description of this video. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I hope you enjoyed your day, and your stay at my channel. Yeah, goodbye.
Who's your friend who likes to play bing bong, bing bong? His rock and makes you yell hooray, bing bong, bing bong.